We're back with more Warhammer 40k. I was experimenting with the Psyker build again, so we gotta get. If you can see up here, that's a Psyker. I was trying to see if I could do a pure sniper build, but anyway, we've got stuff to do, places to be, people to murder, heretics to purge. Sorry about that. I just had to unplug my cell phone from charging. By the way, I'm trusting in you guys to keep an eye on things for me. I can't see the Twitch stream because it's always so damn glitchy on my side when I play Owlcat games, so... Alright.
Words cannot describe how boring the bridge is without our stimulating conversations.
Ah, excellent. Okay, so I haven't talked to Cassie. So who did I talk to last week? I know I talked to Argenta. I talked to Argenta. I think I
have enjoyed your company.
One second. All right. I know I talked to Argenta. Did I talk to Idira? Yes. Yes, I talked to Idira. Okay, so which means right now the only people I haven't talked to are Abelard and my brain. There's so much gas between the ears, it's disturbing. And Katsia.
Words cannot describe how boring the bridge is without our stimulating conversations.
Tell me about yourself.
I am a part of House Orselio, an ancient dynasty of the Navis nobility. Since time immemorial, our family has served to advance knowledge, pushing at the boundaries of the dark unknown. The Starway Atlas contains 2,843 routes that chart the sectors of the Segmentum Obscurus and reach all the way from the Coronis Expanse to Holy Terra.
I'll continue listening in silence.
And uniting the Imperium's thousands of worlds. House Orselio is bound by commercial pacts to houses Galeatis, Ortina, Drotus, and... There is a dark blue knot tightening on your neck, Lord Captain. I can see my reply is not satisfying your thirst for knowledge. What is it you desire to hear exactly?
Navigators identify so strongly with their house, it must be difficult for you not to be able to lean on your elders. But you have my word that I will look after you.
You will? That would be most appreciated, Lord Captain.
So, you've never lived anywhere other than Urak 5?
Hardly. According to the chronicles of the house, I was born on one of the Orselio worlds. Oh, what was it? Please forgive me, Lord Captain. My childhood memories are too vague. Sometimes I dream about the colorful birds that built their nests in the garden, or the servants dressed in purple livery, or the blue fog that rolled over the lowlands behind the palace. But everything is covered in a rosy haze. Perhaps it is my imagination, not my memory, that is painting these pictures.
Hello, Runa. How's it going? How far in am I? I just finished I just picked up Cassia, And I am currently on my way to get the crew on Rykad Minoris. That's the name. We're just starting off with a little crew conversation, and then once I'm done with Cassia, we're gonna set a course and head over there. Tell me about your life on the station.
My stay on the station was wholly dedicated to preparing me for my future duty. Astromancy, astrography, numerology, the histories of my house and the Imperium, as well as other disciplines. For many years, dozens of instructors tirelessly prepared me for my destiny. And once a year, Great Regent Alronto would come to the station. He would entrust his beautiful vessel to my command, so that I could master the practical aspects
Not
of
yet,
our
no.
art as well.
I have not been to the prison planet, no. Did you have friends? Someone you could turn to for a simple conversation, not a discussion of yet another lecture?
The Regent gave me a bird from a sunlit planet once. I tried to befriend it and make it sing, but for some reason, it refused, and died soon after. The instructors were too respectful of my duty to my house to waste precious time on idle chatter. Aside from them, there were only servants on the station, and you know they have their vocal cords removed, so they cannot break their vow of silence.
I do.
And since the subject has been breached, Lord Captain, why do you not follow this honored tradition? Your decks are so garish. Apologies, I meant noisy. The rabble don't just chatter. Sometimes they shout and even sing. Why do you allow such a lack of restraint? Rogue traders are highborn, are they not?
You may find this difficult to believe, but the practice of depriving servants of their voice is not particularly widespread outside House Orsilio.
Please forgive me, Lord Captain. I was sure it was a sacred tradition made sacrosanct by the ancient vows of obedience. I expect more surprises will be waiting for me outside the walls of Urak 5.
Your third eye, do you always conceal it?
The Navigator's open eye is baneful to whoever the warp's ruinous shine falls upon, and therefore it is the symbol of our power. We are the guiding stars of humanity, found worthy of an uncommon gift, and one of the duties that we bear is to guard our eye, even from wayward glances that may bear evil.
Yep. Okay.
Besides, I am aware that lesser servants of the Imperium may find our appearance repulsive. The Navigator gene twists the features the rabble are used to seeing, and the magnificence of our role cannot be grasped by their feeble minds.
You are beautiful, Cassia. Do not let anyone or anything convince you otherwise.
Lord Captain, you are overstepping the bounds of propriety.
I would not dare to make fun of a lady's feelings, especially not one who has captivated me since I first set eyes on her.
Words like that, Lord Captain, could easily be misconstrued. You should familiarize yourself with some of the works in your library to learn the appropriate manner of conversing with a lady.
I'm sorry, my dear, but I'm a commissar. I'm used to being blunt with those around me. And by blunt, I mean, you know, the blunt end of it. I was going somewhere with that, but then I lost it. What does it feel like to guide a vessel through the warp?
It may be difficult to describe. You see, every navigator perceives the warp differently. My mentor, Great Regent Alronto, always described his travels through the Immaterium as a journey through a vast wood with countless paths. And I, assisting him in the first voyages, futilely tried to follow his example. But the wood would not reveal itself to me.
Continue, please.
But everything changed when I found my own key to this mystery. You see, I've always brightened up my rare moments of leisure time by painting. You may recall there was a workshop in my chambers. As soon as I imagined the warp as a blank canvas, an indescribable feeling came over me. I moved the brush, going deeper and deeper into my own painting. Visions were hidden within the vibrant colors of my palette, and something inside me knew which should be brought out and which should be left behind. I woke up several days later, after the voyage was safely complete.
Fascinating. Alright. I noticed that your love of painting is reflected in your speech as well. You associate so many images with hues and colors.
The Emperor graced me with a gift. I can see inner life in addition to the mundane. You cannot know that a fruit has rotten from the inside until a blade slices it in two. I can see the rot from far away. It roils like swamp mud, oozing through the bright peel. Anger and boredom, sadness and joy. Everything that people shut away inside themselves is revealed to me like colors on the canvas of my world.
Why don't we talk about something else?
You will hear no objection from me, Lord Captain.
Tell me about House Orsilio.
As the only voice of our family on this vessel, it is an honor. As long as your questions are courteous, I will answer every one of them.
I take it House Orsilio has a rich history.
Oh, yes. The navigators of the house came to the Coronis Expanse fairly recently, a mere 208 years ago. Before that, our ancestors expanded the borders of humankind's dominion for the glory of the Emperor, blazing trails to different corners of the galaxy.
Sorry, ladies and gentlemen. I know I'm taking a brief pause between questions here, but I was at work until right before the session where the stream started, so I'm trying
Just
to
as a
prep
rogue
dinner.
trader stands at the head of a protectorate, a Novator heads a navigator house. It is the Novator who decides where to look for alliances and which path their bloodline is destined to tread. As for our house, the transfer of power to a successor is currently underway. In the meantime, Great Regent Auronto Orselio is ensuring the stability of the house.
Interesting. Always good to know that kind of history, especially the people that you got to suck up to when you get to where you need to go. You lived in seclusion on Hope Station until Fella committed his sabotage. Then you must be the Novator's successor.
So, says Regent Auronto. Nothing is decided yet. Some people in the house become enshrouded in rolling grey clouds at the thought of me becoming the Novator. But even more are bound with dull leaden chains. They think I am not ready for such a burden.
With your permission, I'd like to ask about something else.
By all means. As the
Oops.
only voice of our family on this vessel...
That was my bad.
By all means.
What is your special sight reveal?
Sister Argenta shines like a guiding star, inspiring resolve in those around her, seemingly inexplicably. However, I see a dark and ugly fog billow behind her, contrasting sharply with her shining light. It burdens the Sister of Battle. It drags her down. Yet Argenta herself is hardly aware of it.
Okay.
Seneschal Viserion is among the few whose colors are a pleasure to look at. Whenever the Seneschal speaks, heavenly crystal clarity spreads around him. And whenever he is angered, dark blue clouds condense over him. And in his rare moments of joy, a pure gleam of sunset pink caresses the souls of those near him. Out of your entire retinue, Lord Captain, he is the only one I would trust with my life.
High praise.
Idira's emotions are like a maelstrom, bright, unbridled, enveloping her form like a wondrous kaleidoscope of colors. And as dangerous as a twisting warp storm. The riot of colors hides the truth from my eyes. What exactly is driving this woman? Is it her own will, or is it the Immaterium, Lord Captain?
I have a sneaking suspicion it's some combination of the two. Now, I am not going to ask, let's talk about us. I'm going to wait a little bit so we have a little bit more time to know each other before I, start asking those questions. But yeah.
I have enjoyed your company.
All right. Let's head over to the unidentified void ship. What have we here, Lord Captain? It's not very noticeable, but there's a void ship sitting in the local asteroid field. It sure is quiet, like it's huddled up in there on purpose. It's not like I'm surprised, the thing is more a scrap heap. A tactician sniper would work? Yeah, I'm experimenting with one of those builds, but I haven't gotten very far. Somebody sure went to town on it. We are registering critical damage to the hull and depressurizations of several compartments. Oh, there's an incoming transmission now too. Yeah. I haven't had a chance to look into those trees particularly, but I have a sneaking suspicion. I think it's the operative and then tactician, where you can just stack your damage bonuses, and then even if it's just one shot, one kill, you're laughing because nothing, as long as you land your hit, nothing is going to be able to stand up against that. Hear us? The Vox transmission hisses and abruptly cuts to static. Do not require assistance. Pete, do not require assistance. Copy? The Vox relays at different points. Keep following. They'll pass us by, won't they? Or protect us. Roar protect us. Lord Captain, I am told our augurs cannot determine the allegiance of the vessel. To be brief, there is an unidentified and badly damaged vessel within the asteroid field near Rykad Philia. No, near the Rykadia Phyla colony that is refusing to help, which, not to put too fine a point on it, has yet to be offered to them. Or has not yet been offered to them. Let the ventilate it. Wow. Goddamn you, Games Workshop. Why do you have to make such annoying names? I'm getting tongue-tied. Tongue-tied. Ravor, can we establish communication? Let the vessel identify itself. Yes, Lord Captain. The connection is established. Unknown vessel, we are receiving you. Identify yourselves. Repeat, identify yourselves. For a brief moment, the Vox only hisses and snaps, and then several voices at once start shouting over one another. Do not tell! Tell him! We're done for! No! This is Thunderfang. We are... One of the voices falters uncertainly and is replaced by another. A merchant vessel. Do you copy? We are a private chant vessel. A merchant vessel. Of course they are. Damn my stupid head. Where did I hear this name before? Thunderfang. Gravador. Damage report on the unknown vessel. Telemetry shows multiple hull breaches, most likely caused by the guns of a combat ship. Several compartments are leaking air. The bridge has been almost completely obliterated. 2 of the engines are critically damaged. Somebody gave them a thrashing so solid they barely managed to limp away. Thunderfang, why can we not identify you? You can make out a hoarse and furious whispering, even over the crackling of static. Why? I don't know. What if... Certainly not! The whispering dies, and a clear, youthful voice cuts through the static. Our vessel is badly damaged. Damage is preventing the correct identification. We assure you, Eastful merchant vessel. Thunderfang does not require aid. Thunderfang, your vessel is badly damaged. What happened to you? Make him sweat. The Vox responds by bursting into a cacophony of sounds, words, and emotions. Someone chuckles bitterly, another swears with some foul expletives, and yet Another hisses furiously, demanding that the others shut up. You manage to make out little from all this noise. We were just flying, minding our own business, straight out of the blue, and... Sorry. We were just flying, minding our own business, straight out of the blue, and opened fire. Miracle we could get away. Emperor protected. And then more fire. Who? Void only knows. Roasted our tail, bombed everything. Our folks, are left without help. We never got to them. Alright, Thunderfang. Now stop playing games, and explain again what your business is here, and this time I highly recommend the truth. Happy now? What have you done? Idiot. It's too late now. The Vox channel is again filled with angry whispering of several voices. The whispers and static are drowned out by a clear and slightly frightened voice. Do you copy? We are the Fellow of the Void. We did not come here to loot, on a different business, to help our own out of jail. Do not hurt. Lees. We already had our Chronos cleaned. How about striking a deal? Our hold is full of goods. In case you're unaware, Lord Captain, the Fellowship of the Void is a disorderly assembly of several dozen pirate factions in the Kronos Expanse. They consider themselves above regular heretics, solely because they sometimes have Vox conversations with those whom they are about to board. Were it up to me, I would make them eat a salvo from the macro cannons to shake the scum loose from the decks. They certainly deserve it. Yeah, but we need supplies. The honeyed voice of the High Factorum interrupts the translation with a polite cough. I would wait on destroying the vessel if I were you. Although the moral aspects of their livelihood do cause some awkward questions, the Fellowship of the Void maintains a major supply... The Fellowship of the Void remains a major supplier of goods to the local market. Perhaps you will find dealing with them acceptable, especially in a situation where performing a warp jump is impossible. Thunderfang! Prepare for commerce. Excellent. Ooh! I think... Yeah. Hey. A part of me wants to do it, but I'm not willing to give up my my profit factor yet. Alright, let's head to Rykad Minoris. Uh-oh. And that was my alarm. I'll be right back. Interesting. Oh! What is happening? As the ship makes its way through the star system, a strange fatigue falls over you. Your eyelids grow heavy, and the quill you have been using to draw up yet another order falls from your hand. You raise your head with a start. Someone else... Good lord, they're everywhere. You raise your head with a start. Someone else is here in your study. You stand up and stare at dozens upon dozens of corpses surrounding you. Among their number, you recognize the disfigured and bloodied faces of those who died on the ship's bridge, and those you met in your previous life. How is this possible? Where are the enforcers posted to stand guard? It matters not. You are alone against a horde of heretics risen from the darkness to take your life. As if of its own accord, the shard lying on the edge of the desk, the sole remnant of Kunrad Voitvir's weapon, slips into your hand. The metal is searing cold. The dead sway from side to side, closing in around you in a nightmarishly slow advance. Kneel before the rogue trader. Your lives belong to me. All you hear in response is unintelligible voices, whispers, moans, and derisive laughter. Anger ignites in your chest, and you clutch the shard which ravenously bites into your palm with its sharp edge. An unbearably bright light floods everything around, and you find yourself surrounded by groveling minions, their bodies shivering in your mere presence. Your hand no longer holds a pitiful shard, but a majestic and intricate weapon. A skillfully crafted sword with strange, unnerving proportions, a curved design, an unusual hilt, adorned with the image of a closed eye. Yeah, that's a chaos weapon. The eye opens wide. Yeah, it's chaos. That's a chaotic artifact. Nope, I want absolutely nothing to do with that. The eye opens wide, revealing a gaze so ancient and dark that it steals your breath away. You have felt this gaze before, there on the bridge, and the voice that appears in your mind only confirms your guess. The tapestry is woven, the path is chosen. Accept your fate, champion. Yeah, no, absolutely not. I am not taking the path of Pretty Boy Purple. Although, to be fair, that snake form of his, yeah. Yeah, I mean... But no. Anyway. Throw the demon blade away. Never. Your body refuses to obey your mind. The handle feels as if it has become one with your hands, and the gaze of the demonic eye sets your very soul ablaze. Resisting your fate is futile. You scream as you feel your soul burn away to ash. You awaken from the vision, kneeling next to your desk, clothes drenched in sweat and with a sour taste on your tongue. Your head is ringing, and you struggle to recall those faces and the images of the sword in your hand. Only the deep cut on your palm and the bloodied shard lying on the floor remind you of what transpired. You would rather die than touch that thing again, so you reach a shaking hand for your vox and call for a servitor. Now you just have to wait for the mindless automaton to arrive, pick up the cursed artifact, and head for the nearest airlock to be claimed by the void. Well, that was interesting. Alright, that's pretty much all the stuff I put away. To the Void Ship Bridge. Alright, boys and girls, down we go! Coffee left? Yeah, I do. Alright, let's go down. Starport greets you with the din of ordnance, and the smell of explosive tickles your nostrils. It is difficult to tell through the smoke who is firing at whom. Continue. Halt! Weapons on the ground or I'm firing. A man in... Egwin. A man in a torn and dirty uniform hobbles towards you from behind the chunks of rockcrete and crumpled plasteel. His cracked helmet is adorned with a crooked label that reads Sergeant Malgar. Yes, you have appeared, and that's what's most important. Alright, so our skies are in lockdown, the rebels are shooting down anything that flies, and you lot just happen to land in our rear without a scratch to show for it. And on a shuttle like that, where'd you get it? Stolen from the palace, isn't it? He is visibly awed by the resplendent gold of your transport. Grab 'em, lads. We got ourselves a rebel landing force. Abelard turns purple. By the Holy Throne, what is this mess? Okay, no, I'm not doing that. Oh, God. You'd think after being a DM for so many years I'd learn not to use that particular voice. Idira glances around. They're in a rough spot, old man. Go easy on them. Abelard! Sorry. I am the rogue trader, Von Valencius. Give me a status report this instant. With a mixture of awe and terror, he snaps to attention, raises his freshly cut chin, like an exemplary soldier should, and barks. My mistake, sir. At once. The starport is under the control of the governor's wardens. Perimeter commander is Sar... A frag grenade explosion cuts off the rest of Sergeant's words. Shrapnel flies everywhere with a piercing screech. One of the soldiers falls to the ground, clutching the remains of his forearm that is now adorned with crimson tatters. Blood is pouring out of the stump, and the soldiers... Whoops. With a rasping cough, the sergeant turns back to you. Pardon me, sir. Sergeant Last Malgar reporting. My unit is holding starport on the governor's orders. How may I serve? What's going on here? Unrest, sir. Armed rebellions in both the capital and the provinces. First the lower levels sparked, then it went up the spires. They hit the Vox hubs, the arsenals, and the mag train stations. Then Felek tore off his mask, precisely because he knew about the trouble on Rykad Minoris. He knew that none of our allies would be able to come to our aid. Cassia lets out a sorrowful sigh. You may continue with your report, peasant. My unit was here when it all went to the Groxes. The tech priest linked to the satellites reported sightings of strange void ships in the system. They were orbiting the star until one of them set course for landing on Rykad Majoris. The governor took precautionary measures in order to increase security at key facilities. Everyone knows that whenever something's not right, Everyone knows that whenever something's not right, you better double the warden details. The alarm was raised, and we were sent to secure the starport. The only reason we were able to hold it. Oh, Oh, okay, so that's neat. Okay. You were late to arrive on Rykad Minoris. Oh, so if I'd come here, that would have been a better... Oh, cool. That's interesting. I do appreciate this. This actually lets me know what my decisions have done. This wasn't in the open beta, so I do love this. They're crushing us, the scumbags. It's been a whole turn since the last reinforcements came in. We're running low on ammo. Every other fighter is wounded. I don't know how bad it is in the streets, but they'll drive us out of here any minute. I cannot leave you and your people without aid. Reinforcements will be sent from my ship. I live to serve. The sergeant is so astonished that he only barks out the mandated words of gratitude after a non-mandated lengthy pause. We won't fail. We won't forget. We'll be praying to the Emperor for you. Your lordship, sir. Do you happen to know if a member of the Inquisition has come here? At the word Inquisition, the sergeant's face fills with awe. I don't know, sir. There definitely hasn't been any visitors like that on my watch. You might have to inquire at the headquarters, your lordship, sir. All right, I'm going to see the governor. If I may report, sir, as long as the rebels keep shooting their damned anti-aircraft battery, there's absolutely no way to shuttle you to the governor. It would have to be on foot, and the streets are dangerous. I have no one to send with you as an escort. I assigned all available troops to accompany the esteemed tech priest to the governor. I will voxcast orders to them to wait for you, and I'll inform headquarters they better send out a convoy to meet you halfway. Meanwhile, we'll follow the governor's orders and hold the line here. Idira frowns as her gaze grows distant, as if she is looking through the sergeant. You're a good soldier, but you've got a lot of blood on your hands, both yours and others. You know, the same hand that salutes might falter in darkness. Rank and epaulets won't save you from the bitterness. Epaulets? I'm not even going to try and pronounce that word. Pardon me, my lady, but I can't get my head round those fancy words you're saying. I've seen plenty of blood, but trust me, I'll fight to the last drop. You're a good soldier, Malgar. I'll see that your heroism is noted. The sergeant blushes slightly. I live to serve. Another explosion interrupts the sergeant's word. With a sigh of relief, he turns to his soldiers and spits out a booming series of commands. Rumors. Okay. What rumors did I pick up? Interesting.
I'll lay claim to the stars.
Well, he doesn't need his gear anymore.
Did you see that? They almost knocked us out of the air. Some bumbling idiot's going to regret that when he's dragged before the Lord Captain for questioning and trial.
I do not
Savage.
think the rogue trader should take a personal interest in a common crackpot. Summary execution will be sufficient.
Abelard, I enjoy executing people. Don't take that away from me. It's the only bright side of my day. Aside, of course, from the sister.
Victory awaits! Submit and you'll die quickly!
Are you ready to die?
Who's gonna go first? Rebel Agitator. Sister Argenta will go after that. I'm taking a risk because those are pressurized bottles. Ah, bugger me, no. Ooh. Oh, I thought that was a Valkyrie, but it's not. I'm gonna try something a little unorthodox here. Because what I'm thinking is, because Argenta's going to be coming up second, I want to have her nuke as many people as she can, and then retreat so that we can use the guys back here as well.
Faith without deeds is worthless. None can escape the Emperor's judgment. I'll do it. Doubt is for the weak.
Nicely done, Argenta. Nicely done.
Hold on. Let's get to it. Out of my way.
Do not dare ask.
Okay, never mind.
Let's make it quick.
I'm here, maggot. Moving out.
Suits my purposes.
Nice shot, Sap. Alright, Abelard, I'm gonna have you move forward.
My place is at the fore.
Oh, well.
Scared yet? Let's get to it.
And let's keep the use of war powers down for now. Yeah, he's buffing.
Eradicated.
Hold on. Let's get to it.
Help me, Lord Captain! Step aside. The navigator is coming.
Here we go.
Someone.
I gotta take care of those guys grouped up over there.
Show me what you got. Nothing.
Well, that was...
Weather the storm.
High momentum.
I'm gonna save that heroic.
Nothing I can't do.
I'm gonna...
It will be done. One fewer target. I will do my duty.
I'm here, maggot. Pain cleanses the body.
Will do.
Nicely done. Nicely done. I'm willing to up the veil degradation in that case, simply because. Oh hey.
Let's make it quick.
I think we got everybody up over here. Yeah, the only people left are right here.
I will bathe this battlefield in righteous fury! Faith shields me!
Oh, crap.
Already done.
I've seen worse battles than this in my time. That's not the Seneschal's job. Victory is imminent.
Oh, nice shot, Abelard.
I need your aegis, O Emperor.
What is this foreboding?
Huh? One second, I've lost something. Let's try not to have that happen again.
Hold on.
Oh, that was a bad choice, my friend.
I'll do it.
Nice.
Faith without deeds is worthless.
Oh.
That is foolishness.
Not a problem for me.
Go, Seth. I know you can do it.
Tried and tested tactics are the best ones.
Scared yet? As the Emperor commands, I act.
That's okay. Seth has this one.
All too easy.
That's right. That was odd. The blind madman. Respect the blind madman,
None shall stand in my way.
for he is mad and he is hungry.
Done.
Oh, Argenta, savage. The young, shaggy-haired soldier is still pale, nonetheless. As you approach, he holsters his pistol, the hallmark of good discipline. He gives you a somewhat frightened, but genuine smile. Thank you, my lord. You arrived in the nick of time. I don't know what those babbling creeps wanted with me, but it definitely wasn't anything good. Are you unharmed, soldier? All thanks to you, my lord. Those blind lunatics are all over the city right now. These rebels, damn them to the void, go around maiming anyone they get their hands on and scorching their eyes. Then they leave the poor sods driven mad by the pain to wander the streets, babbling nonsense. He lowers his voice and adds with gravity, the command doesn't want anyone to talk about it, but I've heard whispers that it's not just some nonsense. It's heresy, actual heresy, because listening to it scrambles your brain. It made one patrolman freeze in his tracks while the blind mob got a hold of him and carried him off for his post off to New. Aha. See, it's scrambling my brain. It made one patrolman freeze in his tracks while the blind mob got hold of him and carried him off from his post off to who knows where. Who are you? Lucky Jasper, the governor's aide and personal Vox operator. I was dispatched to the starport on special orders. The young man proclaims, desperately trying to tame his tousled hair. And what exactly were you doing here on your own? Following Governor... Oh, God, it's another one of those names. Following Governor Medina's special instructions. I'm just going to call him Medi. Following Governor Medi's special instructions, namely, he grits his teeth with a pained expression furrowing his brow. Oh, right, it's a secret assignment. I can't talk about it. Persuasion. What if what you know is priceless intelligence, and you were to die before you could relay it to someone? Oh yeah, 100%? Yeah, I'll take it. Well, that would make me a saboteur and a traitor, wouldn't it? Yes, you're right. This is an emergency. He looks relieved. So why'd they send you to the starport? I'm supposed to deliver updated Vox codes. How should I put it? Assess the situation. The planet is a real mess at the moment. The rebels have found their way into our VoxNet and are now eavesdropping. This made proper communications impossible. The hallowed electrodynamic Cenobium had sent out distress calls before it went dark. And who even knows what's happening in the system? There's been a riot on Rakati Phyla, the prison planetoid. Urak 5 station is silent, although the navigators there have always been a reclusive bunch. I was hoping I'd be lucky enough to run into a pilot or the captain here who could give me an update, but that's hardly a possibility now. The rebels are blasting anything that tries to land out of the sky with their damn cannon. Awareness test succeeded. He stops talking. A little too abruptly. There's something else you're hiding from me, isn't there? More classified secrets. Jasper looks away. It's nothing classified, just it's personal. There's another reason why I'm here. My betrothed is missing. Raquel Vicari, the esteemed Evane Winterscale's personal pilot. When the riot reports came from Rakati Phyla, Lord Evane headed there personally. Then this rebellion started down here and we lost communication. No one knows how they're doing up there. You know what I'm afraid of? That they'll come back and those rebel scumbags will shoot them out of the sky. I wanted to find a place that's high enough. Set up a Voxcaster there. Send them a transmission. The sky's closed off, don't try to land. But I didn't make it in time. Those blind dogs chased after me, and I was running. I tripped and broke the caster. He hangs his head silently. I worry for her. She's an excellent pilot, but I still worry. Abelard shakes his head disapprovingly, but his eyes are understanding. That's why all members of a Voidship clan share the same employment. No matter how devoted a servant of the Emperor is to their duty, there's always a danger that family ties might disrupt regulations and order. I hope no harm comes to her. The Emperor protects, my lord. If someone you love is in trouble right now, may he protect them too. Who's Yvain Winterscale? The esteemed and honorable scion of the blessed rogue trader Caligos Winterscale, master of the Rycad system, at the behest of his illustrious father, grandfather, uncle, well, his illustrious relative, Lord Yvain took up the residence on Rycad Minoris. Jasper's face betrays a fierce inner struggle before he blurts out, "You know what I think? I find it curious that the blessed Caligos didn't make him the ruler of our world. Lord Yvain is his blood, but it's the governor who rules us. And why do you think he sent him here? I think he's been exiled." Do you think the governor can handle the rebellion? Jasper mumbles evasively. Well, obviously, I'm not some pessimist to say otherwise. I won't tell anyone. You really won't? Well then, if you ask me, things are pretty rotten. His words come flying at the rate of stubbifier. Those rebels are strange. We would have easily quelled a normal riot. We're not some commoners, we're Rycadians, the naval elite of House Winterscale. Those people, they're vicious. They know no fear. And their attacks, they're so precise. It's like they know what's going to happen ahead of time. The command executed several officers on suspicion of espionage, but it's not about spying. They say the leader of the rebels is some two-faced Aurora who can see into the future. Now she's the real danger. Idira scoffs and rubs her hands together in excitement. She can see into the future? Is that right? We'll see about that. She's up against the wrong psyker. My breezy whispers may be vague, but they've not failed me once. I can tell you without asking my ethereal friends that her future doesn't look too bright now that the Lord Captain is involved. I'm looking for an interrogator of the Inquisition who may have arrived on this planet. Have you heard of anyone matching that description? Jaspar's face quickly turns gray as he says, I have, but I don't know where he is now. I'm sorry, but I don't like discussing the affairs of the Inquisition. All right. I have no more questions. It was my pleasure to be of service to you, my lord. It's been nice to chat to someone normal. He glances warily at the body of the nearest blinded lunatic. I must take my leave. You're right, we shouldn't stay here or we might run into rebels. I'll go find a safe place to watch the sky for any landing shuttles. May the Emperor protect you, my lord. Alright. Well, I think he said he's got Vox codes to bring back, so I'm gonna go talk to the sergeant. Guess not.
It's about time.
Oh, joy. Yeah, Rebel Gunner. Okay.
A new challenge for me? I won't heed your cries of mercy.
I'll turn you into corpse starch.
Ah, corpse starch. Even in death, I'm still served.
Let's get to it.
Not the best starting positions, I know, but we'll do what we can.
Out of
with what we
my
got.
way.
You don't frighten me! I'll do it. This is why I was chosen! Oh. Doubt is for the weak. That is not the Emperor's will. I'll do it. None can escape the Emperor's judgment.
No, I was hoping to get both of them, but I'll take what I can get. Okay. Dear, do something a little bit.
Cover me! What an unfortunate turn of fate. But of course,
Here we
Get
go.
to it. Time to slaughter someone. Show me what you've got.
Let's make it quick.
Idiot. Who goes next?
Nothing I can't do. There's nowhere to hide. Already done.
Alright, take care of that.
Just a minor
Want
setback.
some more? Hold
Hey,
on.
maggot.
Let's get to it.
There we go, Seth.
Be careful not to cross my gaze.
As the Emperor commands, I act. You, my Emperor!
I am a navigator of a foe painted black.
Take what you can get, right?
a tactically sound approach. Someone else can do this.
I'm forgetting my order of operations.
Out of my
I'm being
way.
really stupid about this.
I'll do it.
Oops, I did not mean to do that.
There is movement in the Imperium.
Scared yet?
Here we go.
Opposing
Oh,
me was
go,
your
go.
biggest mistake.
And I'm so glad I saved that heroic.
My time is now.
Oh, yes. Yes, it is.
Suits my purposes. Nothing I can't do.
Oh, that's cool. Thanks for the advice, Runa.
Let's make
get
it quick.
to it.
I'm so happy that I,
Battlefields are always drowned in scarlet.
At your beck and call.
Ooh, nicely done, Abelard. Yeah, and since you're new, Runa, I'll let you know. I've never really played, like, I played the open beta, but I've never played the Rogue Trader system, so I'm still trying to learn how everything works. I'm still trying to learn, you know, the best way to utilize all the skills, but I'm not reading tutorials. I'm sort of doing it on the fly. So if I'm making stupid decisions, that's why. It's because I have almost no clue what I'm doing. Oh shoot, if I'd lined that up properly, I could have sent him up there to help, but oh well.
Indeed.
You love using the... Oh, yeah, yeah. Yeah, her third eye is ridiculous. Just for the amount of AoE damage it can do. Plus, it also has the ability to stun. Like, yes, please. Yeah, they get an Argenta with rapid fire. Argenta is bae. Argenta is best girl.
Pain and duty go hand in hand.
Yours sets people on fire. Nice.
The enemies of the Emperor will be undone! This is why I was chosen! Faith without deeds is worthless. Doubt is for the weak.
Ah, damn it. Ah, well.
They who discern the future own the battlefield. Not this scryer's job. Will do.
Because of a perk.
Not a
Nice.
problem. You didn't stand a chance.
Oh, because of her armor. Yeah, that makes sense. Oh, God. Seth, you are such a Chad. Also, you are far more flexible than I could ever be.
I'm afraid not.
Hmm? Oh, crap.
Do not dare ask.
No, never mind it. Ah! I'll laugh if that works.
Give me strength.
Okay. Oh, she'd still. Oh yeah, for Pascal, the fire. Yeah, I could see that. Yeah, that would be a good idea. Oh, Abelard. Oh, I'm good. I'm about to get him. He's just around the corner.
Reduced to dust.
Yeah, Abelard, or sorry, Argenta is a mainstay in my party just for her ability to do AoE ballistics. Cassia pretty much is a mainstay in my party, mainly because of her third eye and her ability to do healing and get rid of dots. Abelard is just there because, goddammit, Abelard is awesome. Although I switch him out from time to time. But Pascal, he's my tech monkey.
I did fine.
Was there anything else here I could use? No? Okay. Oh joy, it's Minefield Lane. God, I hated those mines during the open beta. Yeah, for myself, my rogue trader or Seth, he is I don't know how I'm building him, but he's turning into a bit of a dodge tank, which is kind of cool. Yep. Yep. Always getting the new gear is always important, you know. MT is way too busted. MT. MT. Oh yeah, Master Tactician. Yeah, that was the direction I was gonna go. But we'll see. Because Seth is, because if Master Tactician has abilities in it that will allow me to dodge tank better or tank better. Oh, really?
Halt! I noticed something.
Uh-oh.
This ocular implant was a worthwhile investment.
Magenta, my demolitions expert.
The Emperor favors me today. Never doubt me. Duty prevails.
They nerfed officers? Really? It makes sense that they would nerf Master Tactician. Here's our cog boy.
Change is coming. The edge is nigh.
The blinded ones are harmless. No sense in shooting them and drawing attention.
Fire on the nearest target!
Oh.
Don't kill the tech priest! We need to take him alive!
Let those who seek knowledge find it, and let their enemies
Yep.
What's he doing? Fall back!
May knowledge be thy fate. Let the cycle be discontinued.
May the Omnissiah bless your cogitator. The man dressed in crimson should not have survived an explosion like that. However, he is alive. You hear the wheezing of the respirator that covers half of his face.
Not another step.
Brain fart.
Flee, for I am death.
Ah, so you're the Grim Reaper. Yeah, how do you rebuild your character? Especially if you go the wrong direction. Interesting.
By the throne! What is that servant of the Omnissiah made of? Adamantine? Ugh, blast it!
I am rogue trader Seth von Valencius. I mean you no ill will.
I identify you as a member of a high stratum belonging to Rogue Trader House von Valancius. I am detecting no need for confrontation.
Excellent.
The convoy received an order to meet you. It is no longer functional. Therefore,
Go to
I
the-
propose
oh, okay.
we continue to advance to the rendezvous
Thank you.
point with the governor's soldiers.
Yeah, I noticed that Pascal is built. He starts out built with weapons skill, which means he's meant for getting in there and a spanking. The menacing blue. When they have voice, I'm not going to do that. How'd you manage to kill off a slew of people and blow up a sacred machine without even laying a finger on it?
This was my doing.
Okay there, Pascal. I'm a little worried.
The voices are being weird about him. They're saying garbled, conflicting things. Like they're talking about completely different people. But he's not a threat to you. Even if that's a bit hard to believe after all the fireworks.
Fair enough. You don't even know how you caused such an explosion?
The Omnissiah granted me a revelation. The spirit of this machine was dying, but it wished to perform a service, for such was its design. I sensed this and appealed to it. I do not know how I did it. I merely followed my intuition. The understanding granted by the Omnissiah was not permanent. It has left me.
Okay. Who are you?
I identify as Magus Pascal Hanema of the priesthood of Mars. By the grace of the Omnissiah, I am currently assigned to the maintenance personnel of the station Altar Templum Calixis X-17.
Yes, I understand exactly what that means. Abelard? Abelard, you know? Abelard? Save me, Abelard.
Altar Templum Calixis. I have heard the name before. The station appears on House Orselio's star charts in the Furibundus system, not far from the Void Colony of Footfall. You have traveled a long way to come here, esteemed Magos.
Why do you wish to see the governor?
I came here to carry out a sacred mission. My mentor, Archmagus Amonat, summoned me, and I hastened to answer his call. But the rabble's unrest prevented our meeting, and I was on my way to Governor Medina to determine my mentor's current location.
Works for me.
My escort was ordered by their commander to discontinue their movement and await to be merged with your group. Then, due to their incompetence, they let themselves be killed. It was an unacceptable complication to my task.
You must be quite devoted to your mentor to be willing to wade into this mess for him.
Cessation of vital functions is an unavoidable phenomenon, and therefore an insignificant one. The doctrine of worship repudiates the fear of death.
Indeed.
With my mentor's words, the Omnissiah gives me the algorithm for redemption and triumph in service. I will be redeemed, and I will triumph.
All right, I invite you to join my retinue.
Acknowledged. Predicting successful and mutually beneficial cooperation.
Exactly. And end of dialogue. Alright, 3 ranks available. So he started out as an operative, which means he gets to analyze enemies. Alright, what are we going to do with him? I mean, I already have 2 face tanks. Both Seth and Abelard are set up for weapon skill. Let's give him the intelligence. Okay. Interesting. Oh, AoE range damage now? Interesting. For each bonus point of intelligence, the characters deal 5% more damage with non-burst range area attacks. Interesting. Bolter is Bay. Skirmisher protocols. While Pascal's under the effect of his machine spirit communication, where does machine spirit communication come from? Oh, okay. Allies, weapons. Okay. Interesting. So, I'm gonna give him intelligence, and then machine spirit. No, or was it? Skirmish protocols. While Pascal is under the effect of machine spirit communication, his melee attacks deal an additional 10 plus 2 times int bonus percent damage. That could be good. I think I'll pick that one. All right. Instant exposure is always good. Hit him again with more intelligence. Until the operative's next turn, their allies attack. Also remove exploits and deal... I think joint analysis is good. I'm going to go with that one. Like I said, I've never played this game before, so I'm shooting in the dark. All right. Curse my OCD. Okay. Before we get chugging along here. Pascal, big guy, what have you got? What can I shove as a weapon? I have a long las. Just for the shits and giggles, I'm going to give him the long las, because you never know when you can use it. Anything I can throw on him. Yeah, sure, why not? Alright. Let's head out ahead and see what we can do.
We need to investigate.
Oh, thank you. Goods. Always good. More shit to sell later. Oh, yeah, I gotta get up there. Also, I gotta find the anti-aircraft gun. I think it's around here. I'm not sure, though. Oops.
I won't tolerate weakness.
Sometimes, I wonder to what extent our perception of the Empyrean differs.
Ooh, I'm glad that I never have to look at it. No offense, Cass, but I'll do just fine without an eyeball in the middle of my forehead.
Ooh, okay. I mean, I'll be honest, this synth skin is actually better than my flak chest plate. And I get to look awesome, too. 85% parry chance, 20, like, yeah. Well, hang on. Is there a character, you know, as excited and giddy as I am, is there a character who can use this better than I can? And I think that would actually be Cass. Actually, if the... Yeah, no, it actually... I hate to say it, but... I mean, the, Argenta could use it. But she's more armor-based, whereas Seth... Yeah, I hate to say it, but Seth will get the best use out of this as a tank. Alright, that's kind of weird, but we'll go with it. What about you, big guy? Now let's throw a Carapace chest piece on there. Okay. I see an arena. They once even brought a sensor to him. Of course, the... Profane violation of the algorithm. And red mist. Hey, I'll take what I can get. Ooh. Logic.
Huh, that wasn't so difficult.
Oh no, whatever will I do?
Quickly.
Show them no mercy.
I'm gonna hold off on... What is Seth got right now? Oh, synth skin. Okay. Abelard, you got any good place to head to? No? Well, poopy. I'll stick you behind the turret then. Idiria, stick you behind the turret. Argenta. Oh wow, Argenta actually has actually, considering how far forward those things fire, I'm gonna put her just a little bit back. Cass. Yeah, you get to sit next to Argenta and Pascal. Well, I was an idiot. I forgot to include him. Okay. Or you could just do my entire job for me, thanks.
Isn't this a job for the serfs?
It could be. Ooh. Nope. Argenta can't do jack. Okay. Pascal, just get moving, I guess.
Activating calculated fury algorithm. Hold on.
As the Emperor commands, I act.
Time to slaughter someone.
I mean, sure, if you want to kill your own guy, okay.
Show me what you've got.
Okay. Oops, that was stupid of me. I'm just gonna hold back here for a round, let them all come forward. Abelard.
Out my way.
When the turrets do more work than your own people do. Which, to be fair, is what they're supposed to do, but still. It's kind of embarrassing. Alright. Anything good in this area? No. Well, onward and upward. Anything good I can collect here? For those of you wondering what that was, I'm just eating hard-boiled eggs right now. Sorry. I just cracked the shell on my desk. Oh, okay. Interesting. Okay.
Victory awaits.
Can I sneak? No, I can't. Okay. That's a mansion? That is a pitifully tiny mansion. Like, pitifully. A young man in a planetary guard uniform salutes you, your lordship. Private Camille Regias, ready to escort you to the command center for your meeting with the governor. I regret to say that the convoy sent to meet you was ambushed and took critical losses in heavy fighting against the rebels. In other words, I'm the only survivor. However, the rebel force was destroyed as well. We can set out for the command center. Your uniform looks odd on you, soldier, as if it belonged to someone else. The success-to-failure ratio... Well, yeah. Apologies, your lordship. The soldier draws himself up and goes to adjust his gear. It's a new uniform. The guards are in a difficult situation right now, so we often get issued whatever's left. And it isn't always the right size. Your mouth is full of mud, soldier. You are hiding something behind becoming hues of faith and loyalty. What is it? Fear, I guess? It's times like these, if you give in to weakness, you're done for. And I'm not done with life just yet. Idira winces, glances at you, then shakes her head. How'd you make it out alive? Your entire convoy perished. The Emperor protected me, the soldier replies with confidence. I didn't run, your lordship, if that's what you're thinking. I was by my commander's side until the very end. I shot the last rebel from the gang that attacked us, but alas, the captain succumbed to his wounds, and the others had already died. The Emperor rests their souls. What can you tell me about the insurgency? The ungrateful rabble rose in rebellion against the planet's lawful governor and his lordship, Caligos Winterscale, our ruler by the will of the Emperor. They are all heretics, deserving of a most terrible death. Order will be restored. The guilty will be punished. Enough talking. Let's go to the command center. Yes, your lordship. We have to take the avenue that leads from the starport right to the command center. It's a short walk.
Follow my lead.
We should deal with this.
It's about time.
My success is an irrefutable certainty.
Thank you, Pascal. No, I haven't visited the prison planet yet. True, it's a colony. Planetoid. Yes, yes. Astral body. There are traces of a recent battle everywhere, including bodies in planetary guard uniforms.
Something of interest.
Oh, hello.
I woke up with a feeling of wonder, as if a field of flowers was blossoming nearby. A child was saved from death. 1,000 heretics were burning alive, begging and sobbing and howling.
Geez, Argenta, don't talk so dirty. We're in the middle of combat.
The Emperor favors me today.
And yes, for those of you who are wondering, I am still salty that we can't romance Argenta.
The premonition runs true.
Young man sighs, the remains of my squad. Once we put down the rebellion, they'll be given the last honors they deserve as soldiers fallen in righteous battle. This battlefield looked highly suspicious. Half of your comrades never even had the chance to draw their weapons, and the direction of the shots as well. The attackers knew exactly what path the group would take and how large it would be. The enemy is smart and cunning. Perhaps they were watching us. I must report this to the governor. Too many parts of your story fail to add up, and I'm beginning to wonder if you are a traitor. I swear, your lordship, I may have gotten a few things mixed up from inexperience, and that's why they don't add up. Please, let's walk on the governor's command center. Do not believe him, Lord Captain. Pale green is seeping from his every word. I know the color of this color of deceit well. I once mistook Bellic's words, so humble and full of sweetness, for sincerity and truth. They were poison. Kill the private. In times of war, it is better to execute an innocent than have a mole in one's ranks. Blast you, scum! Aurora will get you all the same. Aurora and the final dawn. Excellent. That's true. Oh yeah, that's very true. And yes, ladies and gentlemen, I am a safe scumming bastard. I have no shame in admitting that. Oh, really? Okay. I could swear, I seem to remember from the open beta that there was a hidden crate here, but I could be wrong. No. How do you...
None shall stand in my way.
There we go. Yeah, I can forcefully rearrange my squad. If you go to the navigator station first, which is what I did, you have the opportunity to loot it for everything. So you can, yeah, you can. Well, you have a couple options. You can leave it alone. You can take. The puzzle's a pain in the ass. I hated doing the puzzle. So you have the ability to take just components. Yeah, and one of the fights is easier, yeah. So you can take just components, or you can strip everything from the station, and I think it gives you a few extra, like, a trade or something or other. Like, more trading power, I think. Profit factor, thank you, Salam.
Take a knee and bow before me.
I will take you down.
Yeah, Cassie's ability to just area stun is good. I'm always a little bit iffy about putting her out first, just simply because, you know, it's she's not that well armored. And, you know, I have 3 face tanks right now, so I might as well use them. Oh, please tell me I can do this. Nope, no point. Alright,
Was that you? Or... Will do.
I don't know. I know if you do this planet first, because this planet, if you do this planet first, you sort of get a break before you finish the rest of this area. But I think if you do the prison planet last, the winter scale guy is really badly injured. I remember he was pretty hard up. He was pretty badly injured after in the open beta. So yeah.
But of course.
Interesting.
I'm here, maggot.
Oh god.
Brace yourself, Abelard.
Here we go.
Yeah, he loses both his eyes if you do it last. Yeah, that fire guy has to get dealt with right now, please.
Absolutely not.
What?
Already done. Another clean strike. Opposing me was your biggest mistake.
Don't have any fire starters coming in, which is good. Abelard is no longer burning. Okay, that was good. Shift
At your beck and
4. Shift 2.
I will do my duty. One fewer target. It will be done.
During the epilogue. Oh, okay, that's interesting. I haven't even completed the game yet, so. I think I'm doing Dogmatic with a little bit of Iconoclast. I'm not doing Heretic, though. I know that.
Let's make it quick.
That was insulting.
Oh, yeah, he gotta die.
Scared yet?
Dots are scary in this game.
That is foolishness. Me, if you insist, Lord Captain.
Have I completed Chapter 1 yet? I think I'm in Chapter 1 right now. Oh, wait. You were talking to Salam.
Each strike is a prayer.
Take what you can get. Missed it. You've beaten this game 3 times? Dear God, man! I mean, I... Oh, God! Oh. I miss the days when I had that much free time. I mean, to do a completionist run, 390 hours in an Owlcat game is nothing. I still remember, oh god, how many hours did I have to invest into, Wrath of the Righteous to get a completionist run? I think I had over 500 hours in Wrath of the Righteous. Just for one run, and that was because I was doing completionist, with the secret ending.
I refuse. This is unacceptable.
For Wrath of the Righteous? I'm having completely another brain fart. What was I doing?
I'll live another day.
The Omniscient knows all, comprehends all. Request approved. Running binaric override.
Oh, nice crit, Pascal. Oh, for Rogue Trader. 130 hours? Wow, that's actually kind of short. I was hoping it'd take longer. Oh, just the main story. I'm gonna be very, very honest. I've never played Rogue. I didn't play Rogue Trader back in the day. I have no idea about the Rogue Trader system. So I'm just playing on I'm just playing on the default difficulty right now. I've done Wrath of the Righteous because I've played Pathfinder when I was younger, and I still play D&D 5e. I played, so I know the Pathfinder system. And I will say this, normal is not, yeah, I know, normal is not authentic. It's not authentic to, the Rogue Trader system, which is fine by me. I would do the more of the authentic experience, were it not for the fact that I'm streaming this, so I don't want to keep dying over and over and over and over again, on stream, and, you know, and B, the first time I play a game through, I always do it. Like if it's a game that I have no idea how to play, I'll either do it on like the normal difficulty or the story difficulty, because I care more about the story, especially in an RPG. I care more about the story than strategic combat and the battle difficulty. Once I've gone through once or twice, well, it depends, because if I'm really interested in the story and I want to replay to see all the, all the replayability, I will keep the difficulty low. But sooner or later, once I got a real handle on the game and I want the challenge, then I'll go back and I'll bump up the difficulty. I did the same thing for XCOM and XCOM 2. Although, to be fair, XCOM 2 is still a giant pain in the ass.
Damn it! Oh.
Am I allowed to change the difficulty? I thought you weren't. Oh, no, you are. All right. Wizards of the Coast or vanilla? Eh. I can't honestly remember, wait, what am I, oh god. The coffee was not enough, my brain is shutting down. Oh wait, no, I'm just normally that stupid.
Nothing I can't do. You didn't stand a chance.
Oh, A War of the Chosen. When I saw WotC, I thought Wizards of the Coast. Yes, War of the Chosen for me. And it depends. Like, it depends. I absolutely love Templars in terms of just how nutty they can be. But then again, in terms of just going out there and doing shit, nothing beats chucking an ultrasonic grenade on your sniper in the middle of a lost run, and just having a whole bunch of hordes come running at you, waiting until the hordes are like there's 40 or 50 horde around you, and just having your sniper with over 100% accuracy pull face off and just watch them pop the heads of all of the horde. That is one of my favorite things to do, and it always makes me shit myself giggling. Oh yes. Oh, I'm glad I'm good for something. Abelard. Please charge that, man.
My place is at the fore.
Oh, that's raunchy and dirty, but at the same time, it would definitely work. Blender go blur. Yep. Can I take advantage of my position? No, I can't. That's okay.
Hold on.
Okay, Cassia, just because I can.
Step aside. The navigator is coming.
Alright, Argenta, move up.
Guided by faith.
Oh, yep. When it comes to XCOM, oh, that sucks. That's one of the things I had to get used to when I first started XCOM, was just how frustrating it could be. I always felt like I was it's on on an easy difficulty. Yeah. even the easy difficulties, especially with just their bullshit RNG, it's... What? Game, why? Why do you keep doing this to me? Stop taking away my players, or my characters' stuff. Yeah. Iron Man is a gigantic pain in the ass. I never do Iron Man runs. And then I think I have one dude left. Yeah, I do. Just one.
Let's get to it.
Flesh is weak, yet iron knows no pain.
Never wavered in the face of adversity.
Right click on the bar and... Oh! That'd do it. Ooh, I like the new menu, by the way. That's actually really neat. The Inquisitorial Scale, the Radical and Puritan. Yeah, it doesn't look like I can do that on here. Move up, Cassie. Oh, damn it!
I'll do it.
Good hits, good hits.
The Omnissiah knows all.
Oh, he survived with the 1 HP dream. You lucky SOB.
What is this foreboding?
I try and get Seth to disarm. Oh, I gotta move him there. Okay. No, wait. Camera, cooperate.
I shall not fear. I rise to the occasion.
Oh, okay. I didn't see the icon, but that works. Thank you. Abelard, move up, please. I'm gonna try and get the shot with him. Oops. That's the button I wanted.
At your beck and call.
Yeah, didn't make it. That's okay. Cassia, I don't need. Argenta, get your butt down there and please, yeah, the 1 HP dream.
God,
Blow
Emperor,
this bastard
move
away.
through me. Be the fire in my heart.
Or not.
Faith without deeds is worthless.
Running binary vital function
There we go.
successfully terminated.
Okay, that took altogether way too long because I didn't. Ooh, hand flamer. Eh. Sister of Battle needs to have her flamer. I mean, I've got tons of this stuff. Whoops. Yeah, I think the stub carbine. Ooh, I'm gonna hold on to that. hand flamer.
A new challenge for me?
I'm gonna go low.
I won't tolerate weakness.
All right. Well, we've got the chance. Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna give him carouse. Is Epicenter of Slaughter any good? I wonder. I never experimented with this. Oh, it's not really? Okay. I'm gonna take Desolation just because it's so far I've found single targeting pretty easy. Interception? Where's Interception? Interception. Am I just not seeing it? Oh, there it is. When a warrior parries an attack, their next warrior archetype ability costs minus... Oh, okay. I'll take it. I'll give him Medicaid just because he gets a hump around the... And I'll give him Interception as well, why not? Okay. Drag it all the way down, because I know her... Oh, wait, no, that's... I'm thinking about the wrong thing here. Oh, no, here we are. Psychic Barrage. Whenever the Psyker uses damaging Psyker's psychic powers that have a range of 2 or more have their range increased by +4. Yes, yes. Does that include damaging ones, though? I'll take it. That's one of her diviner talents, isn't it? That? The ability to cancel a critical hit? Yes. Their critical damage is increased by 1%. Okay, that's good. Argenta only wears medium armor, right? Does Argenta have... you know, I'll save that for later when I know what I'm doing. Oh, Argenta's using light at the moment? Oh, okay. Okay, then yeah, there's no point in taking it. Thank you for letting me know about that. Just a flat 10% bonus to dodge? Interesting. Swift Slaughter is really good. Alright, let's take a look at that. Revel in Slaughter can be used after 2 kills. Oh, okay. Yeah, no, you're right. I mean, Argenta's pretty much my bomb diffuser, so... Alright, officer... What am I doing? I remember there was one that I saw here a while back. I gotta find it. Seize the initiative? At the beginning of combat, the officer gains an extra turn with half their AP and MP. During this turn, they can only use their... Oh, okay. Interesting. And, that was a good suggestion, thank you. Seth already has good Imperium lore. And Idira already has good warp lore, so I think I'm just gonna go with persuasion on this one. No wait, Seth has better persuasion. Oh. Oh, never mind. Let's go with awareness. You never have enough mind spotting. And then, oh, okay. You can go into the navigator talents. That makes sense, yeah. Yep. Weak body, weak soul, I'll take that. And then, oh god. I don't know what to get here. Oh, okay. I'll give prediction protocols, because that lowers the enemy's defenses, so I'll give that a shot. Alright. I've bored you guys enough with trying to figure out how I'm going to do this build. Let's get a move on. Or we are going to be here forever.
Claim to the stars.
I'm still new to the art of exploring.
Oh, hang on.
It's about time. Submit, and you'll die quickly.
Crush them!
I don't know where I'm going to shove you, Adira. You're going in the back for now. Let's do this. Alright,
I'm afraid not. Do not dare ask.
Ah, crap.
As the Emperor commands, I act.
85% chance to hit there, Argenta. Nicely done. I did that wrong, damn it.
Has been lost. All two opposing me.
Well,
was your
I
biggest
got the same.
mistake.
I got the same effect anyway.
Not a problem for me.
Abelard, please just nuke this guy quickly.
Follow my lead.
I should have paid more attention to what his health was. Oh boy.
Victory is imminent.
Time to slaughter someone.
Oops.
Show me what you've got.
Request approved.
I'm here, maggot. Ah! Ah!
I will bathe this battlefield in righteous fury.
I know what is to come. Be gone!
Yep, it extended the range of her psychic stream. Oh wow. I'm turning her into a tiny bit of a sniper. I don't need your heroic right now, but what I really would love to use is...
That is foolishness.
Right. No line of sight on the target.
If only that were possible. Do not dare ask.
Oh yeah, she can't be done a second time. But Pascal can.
Running binary override. The Omnisire condemns you.
Suits my purposes. Already done.
Seth should be good enough to finish these guys off himself. Actually, no, I'm going to bring Abelard over here just in case. Dodge.
Scared, yeah?
Oh!
Let's get to it.
Let's just bring Seth up as quickly as possible.
Nothing I
Oh no! Oh,
do.
god damn it. Well, I screwed the pooch there.
You didn't stand a chance.
Sorry, everybody. I'm being stupid again.
Indeed.
Let's see how they respond to this.
Just so I can get 2 attacks in.
Nothing of value has been lost.
There we go. Perfect.
A disorganized rabble should not be capable of bringing down a world like Ryklad Minoris. Is the governor exerting every effort to restore order here?
That is a very, very good question, Abelard. Mesh chest plate. Interesting. Well, we'll pick that up. Thank you.
This Explorator is blessed with multifunctionality.
Interesting. Ooh, officer's chainsword. Yes. Where is it? There it is. God, I'm blind. All right. Interesting. Never mind. Okay.
Follow my lead.
Pop down. Yeah, I'll take it all. All right. I think I picked up some better armor. Just give me a quick chance to take a peek here. Oh, wow. Argenta's in heavy armor. Cool. What? Okay. On his journey across the world caught in the throes of heretical insurgency, the Lord Captain accidentally witnessed an unholy rite that transpired in one of the maintenance rooms of an aqueduct. This abandoned nook turned out to be a heretics' gathering place for performing their grim and profane acts. The large group of rebels stood frozen in patient anticipation, all staring into the center of the room. No one moved. Only the murmur of hushed voices. Only the murmur of hushed voices echoed against the walls. That's my only option. The rebels were unremarkable in appearance. They were dressed in the shabby clothes of abject rabble, spoke in coarse voices, and had repulsive faces. What caught the Lord Captain's attention was the look of strange, almost sinister anticipation in their eyes. This was no gathering of loud blasphemers or bored idlers. Only occasionally would they exchange brief, unintelligible remarks. As they stood in a frozen circle, their gazes turned towards the hulking structure in the center of the room. Bulky power transformers, cogitators, crates, and boxcasters took up most of the space. Against their background, the structure in the center stood out oddly. An enormous lens mounted on a stand, it caught the thin sunbeams that made their way through the slits in the ceiling and crossed the half-lit room. Yeah. The enormous mounted lens was doubtlessly imbued with the power of the arch-enemy, inimical to all that is noble and virtuous in the universe. Anyone caught in the corrupted light it emits will face horrifying consequences. Although barely visible behind the closed ranks of the insurgents, the rusted barrels with evidently flammable contents had not escaped the Lord Captain's keen eye. One good shot at those barrels would decimate the number of heretics on Rykad Minoris. The enormous mounted lens was doubtlessly imbued with the power. Oh, okay. Okay. Let's see what happens next. As if commanded by a grim, unseen force, the insurgents fell silent at once. In a single movement, parted, a thick, sticky silence filled the room. The heretics' gazes were turned towards the metal structure with a lens on top of it, standing tall in the middle of a circle of melting candles, piles of books, and unholy symbols drawn on the floor. The structure flashed as a single sunray illuminated it. Gnarly. A sound of bare feet broke the sinister silence as a man emerged from the deep shadow. Reeling, he entered the circle and collapsed on his knees in front of the enormous lens. Not a second had passed before many rebel hands gripped the fallen man's shoulders and hair. Remember, comrade, the last sunray you behold will be yours and yours only. Shared with no one else, your holy final dawn. Bellowed a lone heretic's voice amid the silent crowd. By the doing of someone's hand, the lens had turned, and its focused ray feasted upon the prisoner's eyes. The blinded man's harrowing scream shook the very halls of the place. Consumed by the rite, the rebels had not yet noticed the stranger in their midst. The Lord Captain braced himself and suddenly faltered as if something had stopped him. Dark shadows danced in the Lord Captain's glazed eyes. Oh, this is an origin consequence. You survived a brush with a warp phenomenon sometime in your distant past. Suddenly faltered as if something had stopped him. Dark shadows danced in the Lord Captain's glazed eyes. Ghosts of the past that had risen at the sight of the warp atrocity and shackled the rogue trader's will. Breathing heavily, the Lord Captain could only rush blindly into the fray as if trying to escape unseen pursuers. Well, that's mildly annoying and frustrating, but it's good to know that my origin choices are coming back to bite me in the ass.
Take a knee and bow before me.
You'll make a suitable sacrifice.
Oh, this is not good. Honestly, I think at this point I'd just be better off setting up a choke point. I don't have a lot of space to do that, though. I could try and catch them in a crossfire. Argenta's third eye can definitely do a good job stunning. Pascal will get in good sniper range there. Idira, just get the hell out of the way. Abelard, join them over there. And Seth, I really can't do much with you, so just get the hell out of the way right now.
I'm afraid not.
Well, that sucks. Never mind.
I bring ruin. Such is the will of chaos.
If I can get them to group up.
Death to the weak!
I am your doom.
Out of my way!
Be careful not to cross my gaze.
Why did I not foresee this?
Did she get hit with? Never mind.
Death to non-believers!
Crush the feeble.
I guess she just
I
dodged
serve
the
the ruinous
flamethrower.
powers.
Okay.
The Omnissiah knows all insignificant value.
Alright, Seth, get your ass in there.
Suits my purposes.
Finish him quickly. Huh? What?
All too easy.
That was
I
expected.
serve the ruinous powers.
Chaos guides me!
I bring ruin.
Yeah, I'm not gonna
Tried and
waste
tested
charge.
tactics are the best ones.
Such is the will of chaos. I am your doom.
Oh crap, that thing has to die now.
Powers.
Doubt is for the weak. I will not. enemies of the Emperor will be undone.
Death to the weak!
Will endure.
I'm not accustomed to being ordered around.
I'll do it. None can escape the Emperor's judgment.
That works. That works. That really does work, and that I'll take what I can get there. Okay, good. That'll block her from sight. That is almost too good to give up. I'm gonna take it. That's a risk, but I'm gonna take it. All the NPC. I don't know.
Paint your death in colors.
I'll be honest. I don't know. I would just want to keep the default characters because.
Rejoice in battle! Eradicated.
Okay, good. I don't have to worry about that thing happening again.
Faith without deeds is worthless.
Oh, yeah.
Emperor, deliver us! Pain cleanses the body.
Excuse me.
Advancing.
Nice.
Forge ahead!
Not much I can do with Seth right
Bring
now.
ruin.
Man, that was adorable in its own way. Who's a roly-poly blueberry? Who's a roly-poly blueberry?
I've seen worse battles than this in my time.
That is not the Emperor's will. Guided by faith! I'll do it. I refuse.
Oh! Oh god, no!
navigator, not a servitor. That is foolishness.
There is movement in the Empyrean.
I made a bit of a whoopsies.
Heavy is the tread of his faithful. Running binaric override.
Oh god, Seth, I'm sorry I have to do this to you.
My tactics are flawless. Already done. Not a problem for me.
Such is the will of chaos.
Oh, nice dodge, Seth.
It's nothing.
A tactically sound approach.
I will do my... I took care of this one.
As the Emperor commands, I act. Power resides
Hells
in the will
yes!
of the righteous.
Or that could happen, yeah, I suppose.
I'll do it. As the Emperor
85%
commands,
chance to
I
hit.
act. My Emperor! Faith without deeds is worth. I will not. I'll do it. This is unacceptable. As the Emperor commands, I act.
Well, I thank you, Arshenta, for trying.
Emperor, give me strength.
That is not the Emperor's will.
Cover me. Anything else?
Oh, I don't think I can analyze that guy. It's fine.
Will do.
Just dodges it.
Enjoy your luck while you still draw breath.
Vulnerability analysis successful.
There's nowhere to hide.
Just Seth just dodges a flamethrower. Okay.
I've suffered worse.
But Abelard didn't, unfortunately.
It will be done. I'm not interested. Victory is imminent. Reduced to dust!
Argenta. Silly, silly Argenta.
Me? If you insist, Lord Captain.
I'll do it.
Thank you. That's not gonna work.
Was that you?
Out of my way!
I serve
Just a minor setback.
Sucks to be you.
Nothing I can't. Another clean strike!
I bring ruin.
Well, that was a dumb move for you, but I'll take it.
Suffered worse.
Doubt is for the weak. I'll do it. I will not.
He survives with the 1 HP drain.
Isn't this a job for the serfs?
Strike.
Nice.
On it. What an unfortunate turn of fate.
All right, who's next? Who's last? Oh boy.
Momentum.
Opposing me was your biggest mistake.
There we go. Your eye is drawn to the shards of the enormous lens scattered around the broken device. At first, you are uncertain as to what troubles you, but suddenly the realization hits you. The glass shimmers in a unique way, just the same way as the shards of the unknown broken object you found near Theodora von Valencius's desk. What's the matter, Lord Captain? Why are you so interested in... Abelard trails off when he notices what you are looking at. He instantly makes the connection. By the Imperium Saints, it cannot be. Idira bites lip. Ah, I see it too. Whatever this thing in her study was, it was made from the same material as this junk. What? What? Abelard is at a loss for words. He takes a moment to collect himself, and all at once they start pouring out in a hasty sputter. It is a mistake. Slander meant to blemish the good name of a person who is now dead and cannot even defend herself. First those minions of the archenemy murdered the Lord Captain Theodora, and now this cannot be tolerated. It will not be tolerated. Come now, Abelard. Remember what she was like. Idira's smile betrays her grief, but at the same time is strangely knowing. Brazen, assertive. It was like her entire life was a race against fate until fate caught up with her in the end. She would have gone headfirst into a black hole if she had thought it would put her even one step ahead of everyone else out in the expanse. If we could just find out what she was keeping in her desk and why she went to get it during the attack. Sister Argenta's beautiful face is full of grief. How bitter it is to know that you were born from bad blood, but to not let this knowledge drag you into darkness. The sister's words ring with a genuine, sincere hope that you be blessed with a worthier fate. he does not appear to be shocked by the news of Theodora's possible heresy. Life must be so easy for you, sanctimonious preachers. A dubious trinket, and you no longer see a person, you see bad blood. An annoying hindrance. There's enough venom in Idira's voice to poison an entire regiment. Argenta recoils, but the next moment her dark eyes ignite with fury. How dare you admonish me? We are speaking of aiding and abetting the arch-enemy. A person who has tainted themselves thus can never justify their actions. Sure, why go through all the trouble trying to make sense of anything when you can just label them a heretic and call it a day? Except, your friend, I seem to remember that you didn't mind Theodora so much when you were aboard the ship. You didn't leave her side for even a moment. She rescued you, aided you, and your adoration wilted the moment you heard an accusation sullying her memory. You weren't surprised or upset, you just gave up on her and moved on. I'm gonna say nothing.
Over.
Ooh, chainmail. I will definitely keep a hold on that. Is there anything else good around here? Oh, shut off the steam. Okay, that's weird.
Ugh, my ears are ringing.
Huh? Oh, okay.
Searching is my observance. Omnissiah, grant me the wisdom
Excellence
to
matters.
perceive.
None shall stand in my way.
Yeah, I know I took that injury. I thought I could get past it, but that's okay.
Victory awaits.
Okay, that's the way out. Oh, goods.
My Auspex has detected something.
I better myself through my service.
Access code required. Breach the cogitator's defenses. Go to missives. I'm not going to read that. Dispatches, once again, not going to read that.
I did fine.
You lose any loot. Oh, puzzle? What? What? Oh, there's a puzzle here. Oh, okay. Puzzle room? Oh, okay. Oh, okay, yeah. I see what you mean.
The machine god grants me insight.
I will keep a hold of that. A way to skip the first chapter as well as most of the tutorial. Yeah, that makes sense. Heavy leather armor. Interesting. Or at the very least, a way to skip the prologue. Yeah.
I lay claim to the stars.
No, I hear you there.
I won't tolerate weakness.
Exit to the upper way. Okay. Where does this one go? Oh, lock safe.
Operation successful. This explorator is blessed with
Follow my lead.
multifunctionality.
I rise to the occasion.
I borked the... oh wait, what? Oh, no, never mind, hang on. You managed to decide that in order to perform the ritual of motor force, you must supply power to make sure the relay is closed, check the damper is latched, and so make sure the relay is closed, okay.
My success is an irrefutable certainty. The machine god grants me insight.
Supply power. Close relay tech damper. Ah, I read it in the wrong order because I'm an idiot. Oh, you gotta come around. Okay. Everything from scratch. Okay. So hang on. Let me just go up here. Let me just see if I can get this, because you must supply power, make sure the relay is closed. Yeah, sure. I'll take the solution. Yeah, what is the solution? Go to the left. Oh, south. Okay. South and left. Okay.
A new challenge for me.
Okay, there. You want me to go after the relay?
Operation successful.
Okay. Clear the explosives on the far right. All right.
Never doubt me. The Emperor favors me today. Duty prevails.
Okay. Pull up the combat log. Okay, combat log is pulled up. Oh, I see what you mean. Southern one. Oh, unlatch it? Okay. Go to the northern one. And do the thing. Alright. Left north, okay. Reset. All right.
Halt! I noticed something. It's about time.
Let's not do that. I know I saw a reset button around here.
None shall stand in my way.
Oh, I think I know what I have to do.
Tolerate weakness.
What the heck is that? Oh god, there's sewers? Oh yeah, sure, let's go play in the sewer. Oh, go power it, okay.
My success is an irrefutable certainty.
Access received. Okay, so... Okay, so now I get it. Alright, so I gotta make sure the relay is closed. Okay, I think I see now. Alright. I gotta hit all the relays.
This Explorator is blessed with multifunctionality. The machine god grants me insight.
Okay.
Follow my lead.
Ah, the ones that are sparking.
My success is an irrefutable certainty.
Okay. Oh, okay, okay. Alright, so hit the power.
This explorator is blessed with multifunctionality.
New challenge for me?
Close the relay.
Operation successful.
Okay, south, big red thing, okay. Okay. South distributor, okay.
Victory awaits!
The machine god grants me insight.
None shall stand in my way.
Close the relay by the sewer stairs. Oh, okay, so it's pretty much just trial and error.
This explorator is blessed with multifunctionality.
Alright, alright. Oh!
Operation successful.
Stub carbine. Interesting.
It's about time.
Cool. Actually, you know what? I think I'm gonna call it a night. Oh, well, there's a boss down here? Alright, well, if there's a boss down here... Alright, well,
We must act.
Alright, let's see. Oh, available special abilities. Daring Breach? Oh, okay. I like the ability to just run and not be able to do opportunity attacks. I'm liking that. Alright. And I'm gonna do the same thing for Abelard as well. Just having the ability to fart around and move as need be? Yeah, I'm gonna take that. Alright. Read the others. Second one is a good one too. Alright, I think I get one more. I think I get one more upgrade. Yeah, one more upgrade, so I'll grab it there. Alright, dismantling attack. Ooh. I mean, I'll be honest, that the idea of just basically picking one target and crippling their weapon and ballistic skill? Yeah, good for the bosses. I mean... Yeah, I'm gonna give her more lore warp. Just in case. I need it later. Warp? Okay. Alright, Ooh. Their rate of fire is increased by 30%? Ah. Yeah, bolt. Yeah, that's kind of what I was thinking about that. Okay. All right. Oh. That? Wow. The ability to just say no, you cannot go, you cannot be downed this turn. That's pretty powerful. I'm gonna go with that one. Just the ability to basically point at any character and say, "Nope, you cannot go down this round. I want you to attack," is very powerful. Okay, and then for Pascal, what do I want to do for Pascal? Yeah, I think for Pascal, I'm just going to pick the same one. Just the ability to say, get fucked, and... He's already maxed out in tech use. His logic is pretty high. What does he have? I want him to have more Xenos knowledge, actually. Okay. Oops.
Stop! There!
Stop where?
That wasn't so difficult.
Okay.
I won't tolerate weakness.
If I could see the golden light of the Astronomicon as you see it, Cassia, I would probably go still forever, unable to take my eyes off the radiance of the Emperor for an instant.
I think you would manage. You have different hues of light within you. Gold, silver, and crimson. One of them would call you back to this world.
The premonition runs true.
Okay, interesting.
Something of interest.
But where? Yes. I'll take it.
Argenta, don't you find it difficult to be without your sisters? You are a soldier without a squad.
I will fight alongside my sisters again. But my present fate is not a burden to me. No matter where I go, or who I am with, I bring death to heretics. That is what matters.
God damn it, Argenta, why can't you be romanceable?
Attention to detail is the key to success.
The whispers told me how.
Someone is watching you. Ooh, goods. Algae and corpse starch. Yum.
Nothing escapes my sight.
That wasn't so difficult.
Feel my wrath!
The Herald of Zinch. Oh, let's see. Eye of Oblivion. Okay. Oh, it's an elite. Goody goody. Seth? Get there, I guess. Abelard? Get there, I guess. Pascal? I don't know. Get over there. Actually, Cassia, I don't know where I'm gonna stick you. And Argenta. You can get up there somehow. That's cute. Is everybody positioned? Oh, Adiria hasn't been positioned yet. Just stick her here and pray to God that he doesn't have any significant AoEs. I did not think this through.
Do not dare ask.
Oh! Fuckery. Well, on the bright side, I no longer have to give a rat's ass about hitting people.
Emperor commands, I act. I'll do it.
Time
Let's
to
get
slaughter
to it.
someone.
Boy, is a good parry.
What is this foreboding? Farewell.
Get rid of those guys.
Show me what you've got.
Tabelard.
Follow my lead.
At least I don't have to deal with that guy anymore.
I'm here, maggot.
How dare you?
Activate calculated fury algorithm. The scriptural prognosis is favorable. My vow is to serve.
Oh! Well, this sucks.
Here we go. Let's make it quick.
Me? If you insist, Lord Captain.
Scared yet? Let's get to it.
Let's get to it.
Slaughter someone. Show me what you've got.
God Emperor, move through me. Be the fire in my heart.
I shall not fear.
They who discern the future own the battlefield.
All right.
Let's make it quick.
I'm operating on the assumption that that this demon is going to come around this way, and I'm going to try and grab him on this side. I have no idea if I'm right, but we'll find out in a minute.
Order is contrary to dogmatic protocols. Vital functions successfully terminated.
Hey, if they can do a little bit of damage to that guy,
Hold on.
Isn't this a job for the serfs? It's the fury of House Orcelion.
Oh, never mind. He's coming back. Oh, this is gonna be fun.
In thy light I stand, and thy light I crave. Doubt is for the weak. Faith without deeds is worthless.
Damn it! Ew. Hissant.
As the Emperor commands, I act. I'll do it.
Let's make it quick.
Alright, I don't know which direction he's coming in.
Let's see how they respond to this.
My place is at the fore.
Pascal, please tell me you can get... Please tell me you can get line of sight on... Yes, he can. Can he get the long bomb? I think he can, yeah. Yeah, he got the long bomb. Thank you, Pascal. Most appreciated.
I have read tomes of military tactics. The navigator's might.
God damn, Cassia.
Hold
Show
on.
me what you've got.
Let's get to it.
I refuse.
There we go, that's what I need.
I will bathe this battlefield in righteous fury.
Say what you can get there.
Out of my way.
There is movement in the Empyrean.
As the tactical imperative dictates.
And he's off.
Here we go. Let's make it quick.
Mocking me.
As the Emperor commands, I act.
to my bloodline. Forge ahead! I don't have time for this.
But of course.
Be gone!
Yes. Huh.
I've seen worse battles than this in my time.
Nicely done, nicely done. Pascal.
Request approved.
Nicely done.
Hold on.
Yeah.
I'll
That
take.
is not the Emperor's will.
Well, then what
The
is?
enemies of the Emperor will be undone.
Okay.
My tactics are flawless. Nothing of value has been lost. All too easy.
There we go. I think that's everybody. Woo-wee! Too much fun, boys and girls. Too much fun.
Follow my
We
lead.
came, we saw, we murdered everyone. Interesting. Right, I can just leave. So this is an optional mini boss. That's kind of cute. Okay. Return to the upper way. I mean, is there any difference between going out? This is an upper way too, right? Yeah, we'll just pop out over here. Why not? Actually, wait, no. When in doubt, save.
A new challenge for me. None shall stand in my way.
Some 10 people, children among them, are huddling together in fear. You see half of them have black holes where their eyes used to be. Some maintain a gloomy silence, others are wailing. Yep, you arrived. You were late to arrive on Rykad Minoris. Yep. Some maintain a gloomy silence, others are wailing. Several armed insurgents are carefully watching over the terrified hostages, snapping every now and then at someone for shaking too much or crying too loudly. Come to your senses, Arid. Look at what you're doing to your own family. A woman of about 60, gray-haired but still strong, is kneeling before a stocky man with a thick, pure white beard, stretching her arms toward him. Take pity on us. Let us go. Stop talking and embrace redemption. Our children have gained true sight, while you still believe the lie. Upon seeing you, the man points his weapon at you. The other insurgents do the same. Who are you, and why are you here? No, you tell me. What are you doing to these unfortunates? I am the chief. My former name, Arid, is meaningless now. I am a father leading his family to deliverance from woes, to salvation. Aurora has opened my eyes to the truth, and my children will see it. Arid, spare us! Spare your children! His mind and soul are pierced by shards of colorful deception, hues once twisted by despair, and the Immaterium's influence can never be the same as again. Pascal's Vox hisses furiously. Layperson, cognition is not your primary function. You are saving your kin by holding them at gunpoint and believe that burning their eyes out will grant them sight. It is evident that the author of this demagogic teaching that confused you meant to make a mockery of your deplorable intellect. Abelard's face turns deep red. To cast your own children into the thrall of heresy. To drown your progeny in this filth with your own hands. Oh yeah. You've been torturing your own family in order to save them? You have been blinding them so they could see the truth? Those who lack faith cannot grasp the truth and will not be saved. The old man is obstinate, but you sense the confidence in his voice is diminished. Aurora, whoever it is, has exploited your naivete. Can't you see you're causing nothing but suffering? But all I wanted to do was save! The man drops his weapon and covers his face with his hands in desperation. You hear several short sobs. There's no washing the blood from your hands, but you could at least let us go, Arid. The ones who you haven't mutilated yet. The old man gestures to the other insurgents who lower their weapons, and he shifts his gaze to you, trying to hold back the tears. What happens to us now? See, and this is the problem, because I know Warhammer 40k, I know Chaos, and I know Chaos Corruption. Like, you do not fuck with Chaos Corruption. Like, Xenos, yeah, you can willy-nilly, fart around with them all you want, but when it comes to Chaos, like, unless the God Emperor himself intervenes to cleanse your soul, yeah, no. I'm sorry. You do not let Chaos Corruption spread, like, yeah. Your family will be taken care of. I condemn you to death. The old man falls to the ground. As soon as the hostages see it, they start moving faster and soon disappear around the bend.
Halt! I noticed something.
Where's the disarm? Oh, there it is. Go, Argenta!
Pay attention.
Ooh. Goods. Someone go grab that, please. Watch Argenta get pulled into combat. I was wrong. Oh, yes! Bolt pistol. Wait, the Deadshot stub revolver is better than a bolt pistol? Alright. Well, I know he does. Yeah, so I'm just gonna give the bolt pistol to Argenta, because I'm pretty sure it's better than the las pistol. Yeah. Yeah, it's better than the las pistol. Wait. What? No. 8 to 12. Yeah. What? 8 to 12. 6 to 10. How is a bolt pistol more powerful than a bolt rifle? Someone fucking explain that to me. Alright. Yes, I know I found a consumable item.
This ocular implant was a worthwhile investment.
Disarm, please.
I better myself through my service.
I'll lay claim to the stars.
Wait, where the hell am I?
It's about time.
Alright, I'm lost. Command center! There we go.
Victory awaits.
Dark green, gloomy and stifling, fills this space like dense fog. The people here are drained, exhausted, bewildered.
A tall, dark-skinned man turns towards you and greets you in a curt, military manner. Faisal Raikadi Ab Mede Af Coronas, governor of the star system. Welcome to my temporary headquarters. The man's gaze falls on Abelard, his eyes slightly narrow. Wuzarian. Governor Medi, my greetings. The governor's expression changes drastically when he sees Cassia. Lady Navigator, what an honor! I never thought that House Orsilia would grace our world with a visit. I only wish I could have received you under different circumstances. Cassia purses her lips, and an echo of grief knocks the wind out of those present. House Orsilio is grateful for the support that you have provided to Uruk V these many years. I'm not seeing the convoy I'd sent to meet you. What happened? Did they fail to find and escort you? If that is so, I promise their punishment will be swift and severe. The convoy was ambushed and massacred. The only surviving soldier turned out to be a traitor and was personally executed by me. That is an outrage. I will have the personnel vetting procedure changed immediately. The slightest suspicions will be the slightest suspicion will be grounds for arrest. Your Lordship, before we proceed with discussing the matters that are of interest to you, there is one question I feel compelled to ask. It was only recently that Lady Theodora was the head of House von Valencius. I have received no word of her demise. How is it that you are now rogue trader? My esteemed predecessor died at the hands of cultists. May the Emperor incinerate their souls. The governor frowns, and a deep shadow falls over his face. Rogue trader von Valencius, slain. Unthinkable. Please accept my deepest and most sincere condolences, Your Lordship. Do not hesitate to let me know how I might be of help. Commerce 40. I need fresh crew to replace those killed in the attack on the ship, and I need material compensation. The governor bows his head in acceptance. Of course, your lordship, you will be compensated for any losses, and I see to it personally that your ship's holds are filled with the finest goods for my personal reserves. Abelard nods in approval and remarks quietly, "Excellent, your lordship. A rogue trader has no use for leniency. I can offer you several thousand fine, obedient servants. However, I'm sad to inform you I won't be able to do it until we dealt with the insurgency on the planet. I'm sure you won't have to wait long. The rabble will soon be duly punished for their heretical scheming. Is there anything else I can do on this planet or the system while I wait for the end of the revolt? If you'd like a distraction, a smaller, safer uprising to suppress at your leisure, there's a planetoid in my system called Rykadi Phyla. It hosts a prison colony whose inmates rebelled at the same time as the heretics on the planet. It's an all-round crisis situation. It should have only taken us a couple of orbital shots to take care of them, but... The governor slightly purses his lips. Yvain Winterscale went there. He is a relative of my suzerain, the great rogue trader Caligos Winterscale, the master of the system, and a dozen others. I imagine the young Lord Winterscale is very eager to prove himself to his distinguished kinsman. I see no reason for you not to join him. It's a small planetoid, the prisoners' numbers are few, and they have little in the way of weapons. It's more of a sport for noble lords than a real rebellion. Yvain, Abelard mutters, stroking his beard. One of his distant younger offspring. Yes, that's as much as I know about him, which means he hasn't distinguished himself in any meaningful way. Yvain Winterscale has made several diplomatic visits to Urak 5 on behalf of his father. The Great Regent would never have granted entry to someone dishonorable, which means, no matter what happened on the planetoid, we must aid the Highborn. I wish to commend the courage of one of your officers, Sergeant Malgar. He and his soldiers valiantly defended the spaceport. The sergeant who managed to impress a person of such noble standing will be recommended for decoration. Henrix von Kalox, an interrogator of the Most Holy Inquisition, is operating in your system. Do you know where he is? The governor lowers his voice. I do. Master von Kalox has left for the hallowed electrodynamic Cenobium. It is an ancient monastery of the Adeptus Mechanicus. I don't know what his objectives are. Needless to say, insurgent activity has been observed in the monastery's vicinity, but I suppose that's too petty of a problem for an agent of the Most Holy Inquisition. Besides, I've already sent a small detachment of reinforcements there. Unfortunately, right now you won't be able to leave the capital and set out for look for him. The rebels have gotten hold of some ancient weapons and made flying over the city impossible. My kinsman, Kurtred Voitgeir von Valencius, has betrayed our dynasty and the Imperium. If he's hiding in the system, I want him handed over to me. Voitgeir, a traitor? Why, any family, however noble, has an unworthy scion or two. Naturally, we will surrender him, should we find him within my jurisdiction. Unfortunately, I have no information regarding his location. However, the governor pauses to think. We have a cogitator here at the command center. It's connected to a data crypt from the Logos Abel Sanctum. It aggregated all the Lexomechanic reports. Unfortunately, the access for it is unknown to me. If you manage to convince the stubborn machine, you might learn something about Kunrad's movements. I'd hazard he'd fled from your ship. From you on a ship, not on a pair of wings. That's all I wanted to discuss. I'll find out what's going on. Okay? Alright, ladies and gentlemen, I think that's close enough. We're at 4 hours and we're at a good stopping point. I hope you all enjoyed the stream. Please join me and my moderator tomorrow for Valheim. And we'll be back again next week with more Warhammer 40k. Now, I am starting a new I am transferring to a new job next week, so you know, it is going to be up in the air whether or not I'll be able to stream on Thursday, but I'll do the best that I can, so keep an eye out. Have yourself a good day, everybody, and enjoy your evening.